Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back for the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 7. Yes, my printer is cutting right now. It won't be in the second half of the video where I make whatever I'm going to make, okay? It's just going to be while I draw these prompts. So this is a 25-week prompt assignment challenge. What I do each week is draw 2 prompts out of my paper bag, and the prompts are in here from the beginning of the challenge. And then the idea is to make one piece of ephemera for each of the prompts. So for example, last week I drew number 29 was secret pocket, and I made this tag, and inside is a secret little pocket or writing spot. Why can't I pull that out? Secret pocket, but you could also do it as, you know, attached to the page already or part of the page and have a little secret pocket that way. However you would choose to make that. I'm not going to mess with that right now. Okay, number 30 was tracing paper. So I did another little pocket and I put tracing paper on the front. Now you could do vellum or whatever, just some kind of, you know, see-through paper. Some kind of. Anyways, so that is what I did for those 2 prompts. So this week we're on 31 and 32. So let's see. 31 is going to be, if I can open it, blue, the color blue. So you can make whatever you like and have a little blue on it. You can make the whole thing blue, like, you know, totally blue themed. Like this could be a good example for blue. Or you can just use one item, like maybe the flower in blue, or the piece of paper in blue, whatever, a label in blue. So however you want to interpret that. Then we're going to go 32 is sewing tissue. So sewing tissue paper. And if you don't have sewing tissue paper that you can use, just use whatever kind of tissue paper that you do have. I'm not going to stress about that, but sewing tissue, you know, comes out of the envelope with the sewing bits. I don't have it here right now, but it has the pattern on it. That's what I mean when I say sewing tissue. So yeah, those are the 2 prompts. I'm going to get some things together. When the machine is stopped, I will come back and we'll make these. Be right back. Okay, I am back. The printer's off. Oh, I forgot to turn on all my lights here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is blue. So I am going to do something for this, and I'm just using it for sizing at the moment because it's all done to this point. But I have the white background paper, and I want some of this with the plant. I don't know why, because you're probably not even going to see any of this, so I don't know why I care. Maybe I want more of the... Yeah, I think I'm going to take more of the writing back here because you might be able to see that a little bit better. And I want to make kind of a wide sort of pocket that will go on one of these pages. So that's why I need this to get an idea. And the 2 things I'm going to make are going to be a little bit similar because I want to make one for 2 different journals that I'm working on. One is going to be a gift I'm working on for a friend, and the other one is this one. So I'm going to start with this piece, and I think I will put just a little bit of the brown around it. I ordered the faded jeans in a Distress Oxide ink pad, but I don't have it yet, so I'm just gonna use a little bit of the faded jeans for some more blue, because we're talking about blue here. Let's put another one of these because I'm good at making a big fat mess with this stuff. See, I already did it. I just want a little on there. We don't have to cover the whole shebang. So how are you guys? I hope that you're doing well. I'm doing well. It's getting to be that crazy stretch right before Christmas, and I'm feeling a little harried at the moment. So I didn't have as much planning time as I wanted for this, but we're gonna make it work. We had some last minute family coming into town, so that wasn't planned. So I'm a little cuckoo at the moment, so I apologize if I'm all over the place. Oh, I need to say hugs and blessings. Hugs and blessings to Allie, Carol. I have multiple Carols. Mitzie and Nancy. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel. Thank you for always lovely comments. I really appreciate you guys so much. I know I just got blue on here, but I'm not that worried about it. It's going to be one of the layers, and I think I'm going to kind of put it crooked, and you'll see, like, see, I have already covered a lot of this. A lot of it's going to get covered, so that's just the name of the game. And then I'm going to put this piece that's also got blue writing on it. Not that I could just use the blue, done, you know what I mean? So don't worry about that. I don't feel like I have to put 1,000 blue things on. You don't. Just like one blue thing. So this one we're doing blue, but I'm still going to use a piece of the sewing tissue because I want to. Because I like the color of it for this journal. It goes well with the kind of paper bag that we start with. And that, we're going to do some stitching on this, but I want to add, I think, some strings and things. So let's get this stuff glued down. I'm just going to put glue stick all over this. If I can find, where did I put my glue stick? Oh, right there. Right in front of my nose. So yeah, hope you guys are doing good in your last minute planning. This week and next week are going to definitely be hit and miss. I don't know how many videos I'm going to get done, but the one good thing is I do have a lot of videos. So if you don't see me and you feel like watching a video, the good news is I do have a lot in my list of videos, and I would love it if you visited some of those while we're doing this Christmas break time thing. Now that just sort of muted that. That sort of went away, didn't it? It's okay, we'll put some other stuff. Yeah, so you know, it's just that time of the year when it gets a little hectic. That's fine. I just didn't get this planned as well as I wanted to. But you guys are so awesome. You'll be nice to me anyway, right? I'm gonna have to back this. I was hoping I wouldn't, but I do. I need something on the back of it. It's kind of floppy. And come on, I know there's a bunch in there. I just can't get a hold of it. I'm trying to get my tea-dyed paper. Maybe. That one's got a, let's use this one. It's kind of a nice darker color. I think I'll just tear it to roughly the same size. And the little shows it's not a big deal. See if a little bit of it's there, it's fine. And I think I'll just tear a little tiny bit off of that. It's just to strengthen it, so it doesn't matter. You could use whatever you got. Okay. So if this turns out good, it'll go on one of those pages. If it doesn't, it won't. It's that simple. So few requirements, right? Okay, where did I put that? Oh, here's another. So see, if you put it on there, then you can make it a tuck that way. You could do a top, depending on the kind of journal you're making. But for this board book one, this will work fine. Stop curling, crazy little thing. Okay, then we have our tissue paper. The cool thing about this is you'll be able to see through it. And it has a dark blue line on it. If you don't have sewing tissue, just use, you know, whatever tissue. You could use white tissue paper and put a little tea or coffee on it or whatever. I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna. And I know we've already done a tissue paper thing, but yeah, it's two different kinds of tissue paper. Okay, so I want some strings. Like I mentioned, I've got some blue and some white. There's black in there too, but I think I just want, well, it's not really white. It's more of a ecru or whatever you want to call it. Green. Oh my goodness. I have glue on my hands. I want mostly blue, but, and I have this rickrack I thought might be fun in blue. Oh, I hear my snotty-nosed cat out in the hallway. He's not doing very good. He just got done with antibiotics, so I'm not sure. I know I talk about it all the time. I just don't know what to do. And I've tried humidifiers and steroids and I don't know, allergy medication and all that. Also have this. It's needing something, but I'm not sure what. I have this cool paper that was gifted to me by Anne. Thank you, Anne. It's very textural. I don't know where I want it. So it's wallpaper. It's really cool. It has a look like snow. I don't like that straight edge up there. That helps. And then I will be doing some stitching. I think I might use my tiny attacher. So let's get these on. I think I want to just go around the edge. I wish I had that stamp pad. That's one I've just never gotten. I don't use a ton of blue, but I might do another one of these. Not this exact same, but use this kit again for another journal. Just because I like it so much. See all that texture on there? I'm sure you can't see actually, but is very cool. Look at that. I really gotta start wiping these off. That's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Okay. Get this on. I might have to pause while that piece dries and go wash my hands too. Kind of just tacking that down, and that I think I will use the sewing machine to get it to stick better. We're getting near the end of this one. I probably will do another one, but it's going to be a bit after New Year's. I mean, obviously, because we're not even done with this one for a while, but I just mean I probably won't do it immediately. Take a little break. And then I'll start another one. The biggest thing is coming up with prompts. Because I've done a lot of these. And, you know, we use the same prompts a lot. But from one to the next. But, you know, you can do different things with them. So it's not that big of a deal. It's just nice to have, you know, think about a prompt to get you started sometimes. Sometimes you get kind of a block and you don't know what in the world you want to do. And it can help to just have a little something to get you thinking about it. These snowflakes are in my Etsy shop. Trying to not make a mess of that. This is what I want to put a staple in, I think. But I still think it needs a little something. Darn. Always got to do it somewhere. I was trying to be so careful with the snowflake. And I go and ding that. If you rub too hard, you rub all the color off. Okay. Oh, I want to make it a pocket, huh? So I don't want to cut. Well, I could still do all the corners. I think that would look kind of cool. And that's going to get stitched. And I'll show you when it's done being stitched too. But we can. Did I use the, yeah. Like, what size did I just use? trying not to let these strings fall all over the place. Is that the same? No, I did the smaller one. Well, I guess we're doing the bigger one now. Silly me. Okay. And then we will turn it into a pocket, but right now it's not a pocket, and we're going to stitch it, but we're going to wait a minute. So there's that, and that is blue. Okay, and then we're going to do sewing tissue to move everything out of the way now. Because I have a mess. Okay, so I'm working on this, and I want to tell you guys about it. I know I didn't show you how to make it, but I've been doing this while I've been cutting snowflakes on the loud laser. So it's, you take a sewing pattern, you know, the little envelope, there's the flap, glue the flap down, and then you cut the top along the side and the bottom, and then I glued it to manila file folder. However, I cut it backwards. I cut this side first. So it doesn't matter because you can still glue it down, and then you can put fabric or lace or something along that. But that's all it is just one of those sewing pattern envelopes, and I've cut it and then glued it onto manila file folder, and I'll put something on the inside. I just haven't got that far. And then I just got some pages together. I'm just making like a little a notebook, like I said, for a friend. And I did not cut very well. I'll fix it later. So I want to make one of those pockets for this too. I think that would be fun to have like on one of these plain pages, you know, start with something about that size, and it can be a side tuck. I might cut that down just a little bit, but anyways, that is what we're going to do. So we're going to make another one of those similarly, but obviously not the same. So I'm going to cut it just a little bit so it's not quite so wide. Let's go to 4 1/4. And this is one of those background papers from Amazon. This one was gifted to me, so thank you. And I'm just going to glue it on here and we'll cut it out. This one's not quite as grungy, or, you know, torn edges and all. There will be torn edges. And this I'm putting on here again to just strengthen it, because this is just really thin paper. This scrapbook paper stuff you get from Amazon. I'll cut it out. There's my scissors. Yeah, the videos from here until after Christmas are probably going to be a little spotty. And that's just, I just haven't had time to make extras. I wish I did, but I just haven't. It's been hard enough to get the, you know, the ones I've gotten done. Not as many people watch this time of the year anyway, and I know there are people that are consistently watching and do want videos, and I do try, but sometimes there's just not a whole lot you can do about it. Okay, and then I have some ledger we're going to put up here. Yeah, these little journals are quick, so great last minute gift or whatever, or any time of the year gift, birthday gift for a friend. And it makes just a lovely little notebook. And you don't have to even put pockets or anything in it. You can just make a little notebook. But I wanted to put at least maybe a couple in. She's a sewer, so I thought, you know, it would be a good little notebook for her. And I was going to put this from that same pattern. It's the instructions. So look at all that, you know, if you have sewing patterns that you don't use anymore or whatever, you can find them at the thrift store. Like, you might not be able to find these 50s ones that this was gifted to me, but you can find other ones and you can do the same thing with them. It doesn't have to be the 50s. But anyways, make sure to look at the instructions and everything because it's all very useful. This way. I might try to kind of gather it. And then stitch it. And I think I'll trim it because, like I showed you, that page isn't super wide. But let's get just to tack it down here. That's going to get stitched. I keep forgetting that part. So basically you're just making fun little like collages that you turn into pockets however you like. I do like that ruffle, but I just know those pages aren't very big. I do like that. Actually, I almost like that one better. They're just totally different styles. Let's see if any of these. I don't have any sewing things. No, it's good. Don't tell people your dreams, show them. My word. Shaky hands are the worst. Everything you try to do is just Wow, that was a fast one today. I thought I was going slow, but I guess I wasn't. We can put some strings on this one too. I'll probably take the sewing instructions and use them to cover the inside too. So that's another thing to think about, is you can take the instructions and you know, cover the inside and then just stitch in your signature, and you would have a all done little notebook. But you can of course add lace, add, you know, all the things that you want to it, however much stuff that is. It would be fun. Maybe we could put a button on there. Okay, I'm gonna stitch these and then I'm gonna come back, so I'll be right back. Okay, I am back and I have stitched all around. This one I did crazy. This one I just did a zigzag through it real quick to hold those threads in place, but I've stitched lots of zigzagging on that one. So I think it'd be fun to add a button, and I'm not gonna, I didn't plug in my hot glue gun, but I am gonna just glue it with, oh, that one's kind of cool. Doesn't really look like a button though. It's quite thick. Quite thick. I like these, but they have a, like a cup in the middle of them. That's what it feels like. I just want a flat one. Now I'm hooked on the buttons. Even though I hardly ever add buttons, I've gotten hooked on the buttons from doing those on Friday, those clusters. I'm just going to kind of go here and here, and I might stitch that once it dries, just, but I don't know. I don't love hand stitching, but it's only because my hands are always bugging me, but one isn't bad. And these will stick as long as I leave it alone. Okay. And then this one, you're going to be able to see it. I'm going to put a little bit less. It's going to go right on those threads, so I think it'll stick pretty good. So this number 31 is blue, which is clearly the one with all the blue. And 32 is sewing tissue. So 31 blue. I like it. And 32 is sewing tissue. So these will be pockets. And you could make them though and have them as journaling cards. I just want it as pocket that I'm going to put kind of in the middle of the page, and then something can be tucked in there. I don't know what yet, but anyways, we shall work on that. And then this one will go on one of these once we get it all done up as a pocket. So that is what I have for today. No foldy or any of that, but I think those are fun just to do some kind of cool collage using, you know, mixed media basically. I will probably add some gesso to this one. I'm not going to that one. But that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have fun making your own something blue and using some tissue paper, however you want. And I will chat with you again soon. Love ya. Bye.